Let's leave Chicago to the Eskimo. That town's a little bit too rugged for you and me, you bad girl. Rolling down Imperial Highway, the big nasty redhead at my side. Santa Ana winds blowing hot from the north, and we were born to ride. Roll down the window, put down the top, crank up the Beach Boys, baby. Don't let the music stop. We gonna ride it till we just can't ride it no more. From the side bay to the valley, from the west side to the east side, everybody very happy, 'cause the sun is shining all the time. Looks like another perfect day.
I say FLA. Good morning, Mr. Q.
Good morning, and just to let you guys know, I did not choose that song, okay?
FLA. I hate it. But next Saturday at this time, we won't be very far from LA. I mean, we will. We don't leave our houses for anything this time of year, only in the summertime. But we're gonna have people on location at the Breeders' Cup next week.
Yeah, I wonder how quickly I'll get kicked out of there.
Out of where?
Delmar.
Oh, Delmar? Who, them? Or
Yeah.
yeah. Well, Frank is there now for races that start a week from now, so he'll probably be broke by the time the first race comes.
I'm not worried about Frank because he'll be in seclusion in the BCBC, trying to win millions and millions of dollars, trying to help us fund everything here on Bleacher Brothers. But Chef Tom,
Oh, Tom will just be eating. He gave me the lowdown because he hasn't been. That's where he's from. He's from San Diego, and he's been out here in Florida for 2-3 years now, and he hasn't been back since he got here. So he's already. I hope the food truck didn't go out of business. I got to go get the tacos over here. I'm going to go to this place. So Tom is more concerned with seeing his family, and then going to all those old food places. So
I would probably be that way if I moved out of Philly and came back here.
Yeah. I guess. You know, it was kind of cool when I went home for that the bike tour, and got to start blowing up this bike tour and Alex's Christmas wish list for the kids. You can go back, check out a Bleacher Brothers show from 2 weeks ago, where we had these fantastic people, some people I grew up with, but they do a great thing, charity, foster kids around Christmas time on the Jersey Shore, and it's an amazing sort of thing. And well, Joe, let me just get all this stuff out of the way. And they're foster kids, and they need Christmas gifts.
Yeah.
Right? Imagine if you have a kid of your own, and your kid is young. I'm not talking about you got a grown-up kid. Nobody gives a shit about your grown-up kid, all right? But you got to, let's say you drop dead, and you got a 4-year-old or a 5-year-old, and then your spouse drops dead, and then your entire family gets run over by a bus, and all that's left is the kid. The kid's going to go to foster care somewhere, and it's not going to be loved, and it's probably going to be emotionally traumatized and possibly physically abused and have no Christmas gifts. So Alex's Christmas list, they do this fantastic thing where they supply gifts to these kids, and it's not just random gifts like, oh, let me go to the dollar store and get a bunch of crap and drop it off. No, the kids make a Christmas list, and then they buy it off the Christmas list. So I'm going to tie that into us. We have been unconsciously on fire for the past month with our sports picks, okay? Whether it doesn't matter if it's soccer, MLS, European, MLB, NFL, NCAA football. Now NBA started, and that's my specialty.
Yeah.
Last night we had an off night because we didn't pick a lot of games, but we went 4-1 last night. So that's still 4-1, and I don't know, 20-something picks this week so far that are winners. So, and we do it on rebet. So we were giving all this away for free, Joe, but we're not giving away for free anymore. We'll give one or two away. Last night we gave out 2 picks, and I think one of them win. All right, or
Yeah.
one of them
And,
won. Day
and
before
I
that,
give you a winner.
but you did give me a winner last night. I did not play it, but you did give me a winner. So why I'm lumping these two conversations together is we're raising money for Alex's toy drive. Okay, Rebet is a friend of ours. We've got links on our website. You can go to the website bleacherbrothers.com. Rebet's all over it, right there on the homepage where you land. Click one of the links. Open up a new account with Rebet. All right, they're doing a promo right now. They'll give you 100% deposit match up to $100. So basically, if you put 100 in, then you got 200 to play with. Rebet is a social network for sports bettors. You can bet for free. Did you know that, Joe? You get like tokens and tickets, or you can bet for real money. Everything's on there. But what you want to do is, if you want to start getting our winners, I mean, we have 200 wins just on one side of Rebet. The other side, the guy who does all the prop bets and the crazy stuff, he's got 250 wins in the past month. People
Wow.
don't get this in a year or their lifetime. So we're 400, we're pushing 500 wins in about a month. If you want our picks, real simple. Go to Rebet, open up an account, use our link, and then follow Bleacher Bet. It's just like Facebook. You follow us. And that's where you unless you follow us and we say, yes, okay, boom, approved, you're not going to see our picks anymore. We'll give you one, and that's great, one. But every degenerate knows, all right, I got one good pick. I got 39 of my own that aren't going to come out. We are not emotionally involved. We don't overthink it. And we have a formula that works, and we absolutely kill it. So go to Rebet, open up an account, get the deposit match, follow Bleacher Bet. And if you do that, and if you use our link, we'll take $50 and donate it to Alex's Christmas wish list. Well, that was a tongue twister this early in the morning, buddy. So anyway, you can feed your habit or feed your dark passenger. Do you know that they're bringing Dexter back?
No.
Yeah. Were you a Dexter guy?
No.
Did you watch that show?
No.
Oh, Dexter was a great show. You gotta
Probably going to be another show that's going to be on my list of shows that I'm going to have to watch.
Yeah. Dexter was a real. Let me finish this first. All right. Go to Rebet, do all that. We'll donate the money to Alex's Christmas wish list, and I guarantee you that you will win, because that's all we do is win. All right. This
No matter
morning.
what.
Before this I'm stealing this from Uncle Sam, but this is an old Army phrase. Back in the 1980s, they would have in the commercials where they would show guys propelling out of helicopters and running and climbing walls and going on the barbed wire, and they'd say, "We do more before 9 a.m. than most people do all day." Literally, this morning, I hit more winners before 9 a.m. than most degenerate gamblers will do all week. So follow us. We know what we're doing. And we do it because we love it and we don't overthink it and we're really freaking good at it. And I'm going to give there's a whole bunch of stuff, but I'm going to give you 1-1-1 absolute lock that I love today in college football. But there's a whole bunch more that we did. The only way you're going to get it is you got to go to our Rebet and check it out. University of Miami, minus 21.5. This game should be really probably minus 41.5. So put the farm on the Miami Hurricanes today.
Yeah. And that was my pick, one of my 2 picks on my show on Thursday night. If you followed my show if you saw my show on Thursday night, I told you to take USC over Rutgers. I gave you a good reason why, and that was because short week for Rutgers, getting blown out 2 weeks in a row, having to go coast to coast, and going east to west is worse of a flight than west to east, even though that's tough as well. I didn't even. I went to bed because I wasn't waiting for that game to end at 3:00 in the morning.
Yeah, the World Series was over. I went into the bathroom. I came out and I got college football on at 12:30 at night, and I said, I had enough of this sports. Let me put on something else.
Yeah, so I told you that, and I am on Miami. I am on Miami as well. Hopefully, we don't have the horse racing jinx that I talk about all the time. that if we land on the same horse, the horse doesn't win.
Yeah,
Hopefully that
no.
is the case here.
Even Mush from A Bronx Tale could not throw us off. And if you get on Rebet, and I saw it last night because it's like Facebook. You can see, hey, these people are going to follow you. You have to approve them. We had a bunch of people last night. We were out at the FAU hockey game where they're in this Battle at the Beach tournament. And they played last night. They put up 6, I think, in the first period. It was just goal, 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 goal. We could not film, edit, post quick enough and keep up with this. And the game, and then they didn't show up in the second period, and Lynn came back and scored some goals. But it ended up being a 10-4 game, and in a 10-4 hockey game, it's a very physical game. You know that at some point, the WWE is going to break out, and it happened last night. It was the exact reason people love hockey, that game last night. Lots of goals and lots of brawls, and it was absolute. And it's because it was in a small little, ice rink and not a stadium. It makes it that much more intimate and better because you feel like you're in the fight with them.
Yeah,
it's good stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff. But if you follow us and you go with what we do, we will all sit down Sunday night together and do one great big
Yay!
Exactly.
Yeah, and hopefully, if you follow me, you will see some of the picks I have here. I'm already in with Miami for tonight because I figured I'm going to forget to post it, so I posted tonight. I got a couple of NFL plays which I'll probably post later tonight. I do have one pick where I don't know if you want me to give out one pick for tomorrow.
Do it, man. Do it.
All right. When you hear this, you're going to say, "What the hell are you thinking?"
I'm already saying that in my mind, dude.
Well, you say that all the time about me. But anyways, I will tell you to take the Tennessee Titans plus 11.5.
Aren't they playing? Who are they playing? Detroit?
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Here's the reason why.
I am not Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, or Donald Trump, and I do not endorse this message.
All right.
Go ahead, Joe.
Here's the reason why. Who did Detroit play last Sunday?
Detroit played Minnesota last week, didn't they?
Yep. Who do they play next week?
I don't have the slightest idea, dude. I go week to week.
The Green Bay Packers.
Uh-huh.
This is a trap game.
Mm.
They may still win, but with the NFL, with the way the NFL is, with rarely getting a blowout anymore, I think, maybe you get a backdoor cover, but Detroit's going to win this game, but it's going to be an ugly game.
So this is why maybe we should go head to head on this game on Rebet. Another great thing with Rebet, you can bet head to head with your friends, and then you don't have to worry about chasing your friends when they lose to collect your money. Rebet does all the work for you. But there's always every season, there's one team that is just dominant. They stay dominant the entire year. I mean, everybody gets a little blip. But like the Chiefs are not dominant. They're undefeated, but they're not dominant. And I'm looking for the Chiefs to maybe even possibly lose this week in LA, in Vegas, because it just seems like it shouldn't happen. So that's why it might.
Yeah.
But I think the Lions are the team that are going to be locked in, and I don't see. But here's a fun fact. Do you know that every team so far this year that has played the Lions has lost the following week after they've played the Lions?
Yep. 0-5.
Yeah, because it's a physical. The Lions are a physical team that they beat you down, and then on a short week with Minnesota coming back, that's why Tom was making this 39 game parlay the other night. He's like, I'm gonna take Minnesota. I said, I don't know, dude. I said, don't. I said, just don't. Just leave it off. I'm not real sure about that. And that's one of the things that we don't bet just to bet. We don't look and say, there's 39 games today. Let's pick them all. Nobody can do that. And anybody wants to take your money and sell you a subscription And it's all just BS, dude. It's all BS.
Mhm.
And that's the great thing with Rebet. And what we do is every day we put it out afterwards. These were our picks. Last night we lost one. I put it out. I put it out with the 4 winners. So we had 4-1, 5-1, whatever the hell we were. I don't remember. I can't keep up. But I took the Raiders. I'm looking right now. I have the Raiders in a like a fun sort of parlay. And I took Detroit also in that thing. I can give you an NFL lock this weekend. Here's a free one for you. One other free one. I'll give you an NFL lock. The Jets. The Jets -7.5 against New England. The Jets are going to look like a Super Bowl team this weekend. I'm not saying they are. I'm not saying they may never look like that again this season. But this week, they're going to have it all together.
Yeah, I can see that. Gerard Mayo is questioning the toughness of the team and everything, and typical stuff that you hear from a team that's struggling with a new head coach. And it could be ugly. It could be a rare 20, 30-point Jets win tomorrow.
It could be. And no, I'm not going to give you any more. That's it. You want more? Go to my rebet or go to our rebet. It's not my rebet. It's a whole bunch of us run the thing.
Yeah.
Put the picks out on there.
Yeah.
But man, we get horse racing. Or so here, notice now. I got this is a nice sweatshirt too, Joe. I got this from the Wrexham store. It's a Wrexham sweatshirt.
Nice.
But it's like a heavy, like a warm, not just like a sweatshirt, a hoodie just to wear a hoodie. And you can't get warm hoodies down here in Florida. But this came all the way from Wales. So, it's for they're freezing their asses off in Wales today.
Yeah.
And they're wearing these things. But I got Wrexham on the TV. I wasn't sure. So did I bet it? Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't, just for fun because I follow the team. But I ain't giving it out. Is, oh my God, you got to take Wrexham because they're my favorite team. And one of the things, and Joe and Tom and I all had this conversation last night, never, ever, ever play your own team. Never, if there's any sort of emotion involved, you lost. You just lost. Unless go ahead.
I got screwed last week by the Eagles because on last Thursday show, I did not pick a side in the game. I went with a prop. I went with Saquon with 2+ touchdowns. He got the one, and he couldn't break free on those 2 long runs for his second touchdown. And then the fourth quarter, he said, "Let everybody else eat."
Yeah, well, didn't he have like 150 yards last week?
178.
178. Wow. Yeah. Well, so for him, that game was personal last week. So he went in there and opened up a can of whoop ass. But I don't know. I just feel like when you bet with your heart, unless you have Steve Young's 49ers Super Bowl team that played what did they play? The Chargers?
Yeah.
Yeah. That you would have been okay betting with your heart that day. But that's one of the very few teams I've been able to see. You can bet with your heart, not have a heart attack and all that sort of jazz.
Yeah.
And just like that, Wrexham is down 1-0 at the 15-minute mark. But I don't care.
Yeah, they're playing like a Philly. They're playing like a Philly team.
Yeah, they are. They're flattening out right now. They're having a lot of trouble scoring the last few games. It's like they just come out with the bus parked and forget to bring the keys.
Yeah.
I don't know. And the last few games, too, they scored within like the first minute or two. And then that's it, not scored again. So here we are 15 minutes in. And oh, wait a minute. Whoa. Wait, hold on. Let me stop myself right here. Wrexham is winning 1-0. Here's the problem. Here's the problem with soccer. They have just like the MLB does now, 97 friggin' different uniforms for every team. So I'm trying to pay attention to what we're doing here as opposed to what's on my TV. And Wrexham is in black today, not red. So Wrexham up 1-0.
I also want to let you know it's not a uniform; it's a kit.
It is a kit.
Yay!
You're right.
So, and You know what? Let me just pull something up here real quick, and then we'll get to the horses here.
All right,
By
while
the
you're
way,
pulling up, can I give a shout out real fast to somebody?
sure, go right ahead.
An old friend of ours who hasn't been around in a while, but I spoke to recently, just a couple nights ago, because I found that he was sick,
Hmm.
and who would really be into this soccer, because this guy, all he wants to talk about is grass. He
Hmm.
knows more about grass than anyone. Play Action Real,
Yeah,
who's doing good. But yeah, just I found out and I was like, oh my goodness. And we talked for a while the other night, and always a good dude. I like him. So we
yeah,
wish him the best.
yeah. I saw it. I was watching some totally broken stream
Yeah,
last
into
week.
the night, they're back. Good for them. Good for
Yeah,
them.
yeah,
As
but
long as long as they're having fun, good for them.
yeah. Let me see if I can find what I'm looking for here. Um, no, I can't find. Never mind. We won't do it. No, because I was going to say that the Eagles are probably going to score in the first quarter tomorrow because they haven't scored a point in calendar year 2024 in the first quarter.
Really? So they're due.
They last scored on New Year's Eve against Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know who scored that touchdown?
New Year's Eve against Arizona. No, I don't.
Julio Jones.
Julio Jones. Wow. The guy used to play second base for the Mets and the Texas Rangers, didn't he? Played until he was like 59.
I I thought he was the UFC heavyweight champion.
That was Julio Franco. That's the guy I was thinking of.
Oh, I'm thinking of John Jones.
Mm.
But
Where
anyway,
are we going today, buddy?
we're going to Keeneland here, and we're going to look the last four races on the card, which are going to be the last four races of the meet. Now, if you're going to dabble in like the pick fives and everything like that, everything must go. So you may end up with, if you have a ticket and you get a couple of bombs in there, don't worry because you may get 4 out of 5 and win some money on it, but usually it's 5 out of 5 with the pick fives, but just to let you know, it is closing day. Everything must go, including my picks, which, but before we get into that, I'm giving you a hunch play that we did not plan on doing today.
Okay.
In the previous race leading up to our 4 races here, I got a hunch play here. Unfortunately, if you're a Grateful Dead fan, I'm kind of, sort of, not really. I've been to a couple of Dead shows, but Phil Lesh passed away. If you're a Deadhead, you know the name Terrapin Station. That's one of their 10, 12 albums that they had. Terrapin Station in the sixth at Keeneland.
All right. Lock it in.
Yeah, it's just a hunch play. You know,
And
no.
whether he wins or lose, you will get by.
Yep, I will survive.
Um,
I was just continuing the refrain from Touch It Gray there.
I got it. I got it.
I was
some things don't need to be explained. I got it.
I was afraid you were thinking I was thinking of
Survivor.
70s disco.
Oh yeah, Gloria Gaynor. Yeah, no, was
Yeah,
it Gloria Gaynor? Is that who that was?
yes, it was.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you could tell we're old people.
All right, look, bro. Here's what I'm seeing in this seventh race. Right? Is that where we're starting the seventh race? We got to beat.
Yep.
We got to beat this guy here, Kehoe Beach,
Yeah.
because Kehoe Beach put up a monster number. First race back off a layoff. He's never ever been anywhere remotely close to that number. Does he bounce, or is that for real? I think it might be for real, but I don't know. Can we beat this guy?
No,
We can't.
I'll tell you why.
Go ahead.
There is no speed in this race. Going to set all the fractions, and then we'll draw off in the stretch.
What about No Way It's Today?
Let me.
No Way It's Today finds the winner's circle quite often. It's going to come from. He likes to fall back a little bit. How long is this race? Is it 7 furlong? No, it's a mile. Okay, it's a mile. So that plays in his favor. Whereas Kehoe, where was Kehoe at? Wasn't his big number in a 7 furlong when he just came back?
Yeah, but that 7 furlong, that can play like a mile because of the fact that Kentucky Downs has all those hills in the course.
They don't have holes, though. No, that's
No.
Parks that has the holes in the course.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. What horse are you looking at here?
No Way It's Today, the 9
Oh, the 9.
horse.
Yeah.
All right, Wrexham is no longer winning. Now it is tied 1-1. That I can say with confidence at the 23-minute mark.
Yeah, when I look at this horse, I'm seeing Mountaineer, which is about 6 grades below Kentucky Racing.
Mhm.
But we'll have to take a big step up here, but crazier things have happened though. That would be a closer.
Now, coincidentally, for anyone that wants to get in on any of this action today,
Mhm.
on FanDuel, and if you use any one of our links on our site for FanDuel, there's a special promotion we have, but it's going to end. I think it ends on Monday, either Sunday or Monday. And this is one of the highest get promotions I've ever seen so far. Is open up a new account, make a $5 bet, and they give you $300 worth of free bets. Usually, all these books will give you $100, $50, something
Mhm.
like that.
Yeah.
But no strings attached. You don't have to lose. You don't have to win. You don't have to do it. Boom. You make a $5 bet with a new account. And boom. They're giving you 300 in free picks. And today, they are doing their win bet assurance at
Mhm.
Keeneland today. What are the odds that every single week they see what we're going to do, and then they back us up with
Yeah.
a little promotion?
Or maybe we look ahead but we'll go with your reasoning, not
We
mine.
sounded much more important, Joe, when we said it my way as opposed to your way. But anywho,
But yeah, so I'm going with the 11 here. I can't find a way to beat this horse. Yeah, it is a candidate for a bounce there, but I think if that horse really went from a track record there at Kentucky Downs to this race here, I just think that you got to look at the fact that this horse does not have any competition on the front end here today.
and he's 9 to 5 morning line. He's going to be like a 4 to 5 or 3 to 5 come race time, isn't he?
Yeah, yeah,
I'm gonna sit
yeah,
this. Well, I get $5 here, so for
mhm,
$5, I'm gonna try to beat him.
yeah. Why not?
So No Way It's Today. All right, and I got a 20 to 1 morning on him. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna take my bet insurance. And I'm gonna put $5 on this guy and try to pull off the impossible.
Yeah, and also if you go to FanDuel, um, let me pull up the race book here.
This is not a sanctioned bleacher bet pick. All right, let me be on the record for this. This is just for fun. And if you have a problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Right, exactly. And the one thing I will let you guys know, um, I took advantage of this at a lower price, but if let's say you hit something big early
Mm-hmm.
and you say, "Oh yeah, that's right. Joe had the last 4 races at Keeneland." Not only do they have the win insurance, your first bet on the racebook platform
Mm-hmm.
is a no sweat first bet up to not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, up to $500.
Nice.
So if you're making Monday hand over fist like AJ, even though he's already dabbled in the race book, you could say, you know what? F it. I'll throw a whole $500 on that 20 to 1 shot. I'll make AJ turn his 30, 40 to 1 shot into a 12 to 1 shot and piss him off when he wins. Especially if you put it at the very last minute, because everybody complains about the horses' odds changing at the last moment and stuff like that. You know, but seriously, but I always preach bet within your means. You don't have to do $500. You could do 20, you could do 50, but you do have to opt into that.
Yeah, and we're not suggesting anyone quits their job and becomes a professional
No,
gambler. I've
no.
never in my life met an actual legit professional gambler. I've met lots of people who claim to be professional gamblers and the greatest handicappers. The problem is everything that goes up, including lead singers
Hmm.
of old boy bands, have to come back down. Okay?
Yeah, because they only go
One
in one
direction up, one direction down, right, Joe? That was your line. You cracked that. You cracked it right about the same time that the sidewalk cracked his head. You cracked that joke,
Yeah,
um, but for fun, and if never do anything over your head. All right, don't
yeah,
try to make the mortgage payment on a horse race.
yeah.
You can do it with today. Definitely, I would empty out the kids' college fund. The car payments, house payments, the dog food money, all of it. Just put it all on today.
Yeah, yeah, that's going to be an easy win. At least we hope. And if they do lose, email AJ.
Now, here's something else that you'll get following us on Rebet is we do a lot of live action, meaning as the game is going on, we continue. Like this morning, the one that I hit,
Hmm.
I betted it like the 60-minute mark of the game, and I bet on a tie. And the score was 1-0 at that time. But I did a little bit of research that I do in 3 minutes. I looked at each team's last 10 games, how they're trending, what they're doing. I said, you know what, this game could end up in a tie. So for a gigantic plus 550, sure, I'll bet on a tie. And it ended
So
up tying.
wait, you actually put research into this?
I do look at, yes, I don't just pull, like,
Okay.
I don't, it's not like when you go to the track and you say, oh, look, that's a pretty gray horse. I love gray horses, or I like the name or anything like that. No.
Or the hunch playing the six today because Joe follows the news and stuff like that.
But I do that stuff for fun.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to tell anybody, hey, this is my or our, when we got together, our, thing that we're excited about.
Well, last year at the Breeders' Cup, I hit the lone long shot of the day on Saturday because I liked the name No Balls,
No balls, huh?
and he had no balls because he was a gelding. And by the way, Breeders' Cup next week.
Absolutely. And during the week, we'll put out some information about special shows and
Yeah,
what's going on next week.
yeah, because got the 5 juvenile races on Friday, and then you got the rest of the card on Saturday. I'm off both days, so I just got to nail down what the time will be on Friday and Saturday.
Do you have, I know that you're prepared and you have this. What is the weather today at Keeneland? Because I need to know
Uh,
that to handicap this next race.
I will tell you in a second here. Um, well, Churchill Downs is sunny, and they're about 60 miles away, so I would say sunny. Let me double check that for you here.
Wow.
50, 54 and cloudy right now. Feels like 46, going to 65. Clear weather. Probably as dry as a bone here is Philadelphia, where on Sunday we are going to set an all-time record for the most days in a row without rain.
Hmm. We don't have that problem in Florida.
No.
Joe, can I give that a lock for second place? Because there is a lock for second place in this
What are
race. The two.
what are
5 out of his last 6 races, he's come second.
wow.
And he gets knocked down, but he gets up again. Almost.
I see what you did there.
He's Tumbarumba. Or Tumbarumba, yeah, right? Yeah,
Mhm. Yeah, and we are looking at the eighth race here. Um, now, who do you like on top in this race, though?
Yeah, I don't know. I think I might like him. He might be forced to win this race. I don't know. Hit show. That's why I'm wondering with the weather too. There's a couple of these horses like running in the mud or the slop. Um, Look at Grand Aspen. Look at how he. Let me read the notes, but look at how he bounced in his last race. He went from 100 to a 32. Something had to happen in that race. I can't see all the notes here.
And also, he was going. He also ran in a Grade 1. And he went from basically maidens to allowance company to just missing a Grade 3 into facing the top handicap horses in the country that day.
So shouldn't it be easy to beat handicapped horses?
I mean,
These are horses with 3 legs or other issues.
unless you're Johnny Knoxville in the Ringer.
Oh, I forgot about that movie. Rattle and Roll looks like he could be a player.
Let me pull the page back
That's
up
the
here.
6.
That's who I'm landing on here.
Okay.
And just to let you know, that's not a typo. He ran in the Lucas Classic last year. Okay, race. Comes back a year later, runs in the same race, and finishes third. I've never seen that where a horse came back and ran in the same race. And now, granted, because it's an older horse, 3-year-olds and up is the criterion of that race. Obviously, you can do something like that where you can run in the same race, but after a year-long layoff, and
Well, if if he continues to do this, another 3 years from now, he'll win the race because he goes up one
yeah,
spot every time he does
yeah,
it.
yeah. And the one key that I have here that's my reason why I'm picking him here in April of 23, second race off the layoff, ran in a race going a mile and 3/16, closed to win that race at 3-1 odds. Why not do it again today?
What about a horse that likes to drink? Would you ever bet a horse that likes to drink?
Depends what they drink.
Bourbon. Uno Mas Bourbon, please. Por
But
favor. The 3 horse.
now, is that just one bourbon, or is it one bourbon, one scotch, one beer?
He's just asking for one bourbon. One more bourbon is what he's asking for.
Yeah.
So who knows how many he's had already.
Yeah. I mean, he is stepping up in class, obviously, here. He won the Super Derby, not that super of a race, but, well, it's not as super as it used to be, but nice step forward there. Also dropped 6 pounds here. Could have a sneaky chance there.
All right, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna box. Let me go over here. I gotta do a win. So for a win, I'm gonna go Uno Mas Bourbon with because I've got insurance on this sucker.
Mm-hmm.
So I got Uno Mas Bourbon for 5 to win. But then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my 2 in an exacta, and I'm going to box him just to be safe because he might accidentally come in first place here.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to go Rattle and Roll. So I'm going to box the 2 of them.
Yeah, I'm going 6 and 8 here, but my play to win here is the 6 Rattle and Roll,
All right, so we're both on Rattle and Roll.
which means fade the hell out of us.
And I'm going for the drunk horse.
Yep. Fitting because last week's opener was Beer for My Horses by Toby Keith.
Well, we need bourbon for the horses today.
Yeah. Well, and that's the number one bourbon spot in the world, right?
Yeah, I
Kentucky.
think it is. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Did he have his own bourbon line? Everybody has their own bourbon or vodka or some sort of line now. Marky Mark he sells everything now.
Yeah.
Just wondering if
I know.
so. Is this a true story? Someone I know. I have to be very vague. Someone I know who I spoke to yesterday, who used to be very much on the club scene in Miami,
I thought you were going to
and
say it
very
was Chef
much.
Tom.
No, it definitely wasn't Chef Tom. Although this might have happened to Tom too, and was also in that sort of hip hop rap sort of scene in
Hmm.
Miami. So I asked them yesterday jokingly. I said, yo, I need to know about your days in Miami and P. Diddy and his freak offs. She attended a New Year's Eve party at Diddy's house, but got violently ill and had to leave early. And there is a chance that someone put something in her drink that made her violently ill.
Hmm.
Crazy, huh?
Chef Tom did it.
Yeah. Well, if Chef Tom puts something in somebody's drink, it's probably ashes from a cigarette, but
Yeah.
or a
All right.
golf ball.
Yeah.
Tea time for betters with Chef Tom. Normally on Wednesday evenings, he's taking a week off this week to fly out to Del Mar, but he'll be back at a new time, 8 p.m. The following Wednesday night.
And I will be moving up to 9 p.m. starting next week.
And Luch and I will be in there somewhere before that.
Yep.
All
And
right,
I
man.
will.
This ninth race, bro.
Hmm.
I don't know, man.
Well, the one that I was the one that I was interested in seeing where this horse would end up after it went 5 for 5 at Indiana Horseshoe Windy was the 5 Demolisher.
Mm-hmm. I'm looking at him right now.
Now, this is a nice horse, but you're going to see today if this horse is for real or you think that this horse is just one of those horses for courses that just destroys everything in Indiana and just can't do anything elsewhere. I think Indiana, I think they have like a couple of weeks left in their season, so this probably take him to maybe down to Louisiana or something, or maybe to Turfway Park or wherever. But I looked at this, yeah, it's like, man, he's got the front running speed. He can control the pace, but I think also he's facing Indiana bred, so you're facing restricted company there. I as much as I was fawning over this horse the last time he ran at the beginning of the month, I can't take him. I can't.
But this something just seems off. His morning line odds just seem way too long
Hmm.
for a horse that is lifetime 5 races and 5 wins. I mean, it seems like the odds should be much lower just based on the 5 for 5.
Right. But I
Because
will
not
tell you,
everyone has your knowledge that can
yeah,
look deeper.
yeah. But I'm looking at a horse like Tricari here, the 11, grade 2, grade 3, grade 1, grade 2, grade 2, open company, you know, facing the top 3-year-old horses on the turf that go a mile. Yeah, I see all that. Even won a mile and 3/16 at Aqueduct in July. Um, you know, you got a horse there that is going to be tough here. Probably will be sitting right at its hip, but this is the race where I think you're going to see a long shot win here. And um, one angle that I occasionally play is first time gelding and the 3 Hershey.
Oh, I'm looking at Hershey right now.
And you're not um, your eyes are not deceiving you. That was a $1.5 million non-graded stake race at Kentucky Downs in September. Was blocked at the quarter pole. Finally got through at the 3/16, lost by a length. He's got some. If he gets some clear running there, I think he upsets his field.
And we got 12-1 morning line on him. Or 12-1
Mhm.
current. I don't know if it's still if I don't know what I switched over to FanDuel here, but he's 12-1 currently, so I'm locking him in with my $5 insured bet.
Mhm.
And then just for fun, okay? I'm gonna go with him and Demolisher in a box. Just
Okay.
for, you know what? Can you catch lightning in a bottle? Maybe you can.
Yeah.
But if you can't, well, then the $4 that I just invested in this thing is not going to change my life one way or another.
Yeah. And I'm not going to shame you that it's a $2 box. Because that was a $2 box, right? 2 times 2 is 4.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
Yay!
Believe it or not, I was a math major my first go round in college.
I can tell. I mean, you didn't even need a calculator for that, or an abacus, or anything.
No. Now I need the multiplication tables that used to be in the back of the copybooks that we had when we were kids.
Mm.
Now I need one of those.
So my wife was out the last week, and my kid had homework. She's in the 6th grade. She's doing pre-algebra. And she says, "Can you help me with my homework?" I said, "What is it?" She goes, "Pre-algebra." I was like, "I don't think so, but what? What's the problem?" And she told me. And I said, "Baby, I only speak English. I don't even know what the hell you're talking about." So we called a friend of mine who went to the same high school as me. And I knew what her answer was going to be because she went to the same high school as me. She's like, I don't no idea what you're talking about, but let me put my daughter on. And the daughter ended up helping. But yeah, math is not the only math I'm good at. Is I can figure out odds and payouts quickly
Mm-hmm.
from years at Monmouth Park and Freehold
Yeah.
Raceway in the Meadowlands.
Well, and just to let you guys know that read my articles, Quills picks winners when today's article drops at 11:15. There is a reason why I tell you guys $20 to win on a horse because all I have to do is add a zero to the end, and that's what I put into the spreadsheet that I have with all my wagers for the past year or so.
Ah, got it. See, I just, whenever I do 20, for me, it's easy math because I know that I can just, okay, if I'm betting 20, then let me divide it by 2, which gives me to 10.
Mm-hmm.
And that's basically what I'm going to win plus
Mm-hmm.
the extra digit.
Yeah. So let's say we have a $10 winner. You get a Ben Franklin back, $100.
See, no one knew this morning when they got up and tuned into this that they were going to get math lessons, lifelong
Yeah.
math lessons that will help them through their day today.
Yep. But we encourage you to bet within your means, and we're not going to shame you if it's a $2 winner.
Hey, those are my means.
I may
On
shame you if you played the horse because the horse took a poop in the paddock, or or it's gray or anything like that. But if you have logic behind it, no problem at all.
All right, so I'm going to tell you this right now, right? Because I just flipped my page here
Mm-hmm.
on my computerized daily racing form to race 10.
Uh-huh.
I'm out. I don't do these races. I'm going to leave this one
Okay.
all to you.
All right.
If there's no history, the only thing I can do is look for the horse that takes a poop on the track,
Mm-hmm.
or one with a cool name. So I guess that's going to be my handicapping here on this race. I
Yeah.
hate maiden races.
Yeah. Now, this is a type of a race here where if you had the formulator post position past performances, that would really come into play here for you because you can look in there. You can look at not the sats, the stats for the sires and the dam, which is the mother. You can look at all different things here. You can look at the races and stuff like that. But the horse that now you have an appropriately named horse here.
I like
That
this. I like the names of these horses while I'm in it. This is
Mhm.
perfect. This is absolutely perfect. But go ahead.
You have an appropriately named morning line favorite here called the Chalk.
But I like the two that he's sandwiched between. The 8
Which one?
is Free Country,
Mm-hmm.
and then Frack Baby.
Mm. What the frack?
Yeah.
Yeah, and when these horses pop up again in about a month at Churchill Downs, probably for um, Stars of Tomorrow Day 2, because tomorrow is Stars of Tomorrow Day 1 at Churchill. They run one at the beginning of meet, one at the end of the meet. This $150,000 claiming tag, this is essentially a maiden special weight race. So, it's just, let me get a shit ton of money for my horse here and hopefully somebody will pay for it. But I'm looking at the 2 Tomcat Tuesday. Wasn't really that much of a factor there, but Norm Cassie, the trainer, he wins at a 20% clip with horses racing second race in their career, 18% with the 2-year-olds, 20% in sprints, 22% on dirt, 17% in a layoff at 31 to 60 days, and also the connection between the jockey and the trainer at the meet here at Keeneland over the last year or two. 27% winners. Overall, it all tracks 30% winners. Yeah, I'll take a shot.
Well, I took my insured bet and
Hmm.
put it on Frack Baby. And then I went with an 8-10 box. Strictly because I found the names to catch my eye and blow my skirt up and all that sort of jazz.
You wear a skirt?
Sometimes when I'm watching soccer from Ireland, I do.
Well, that's not a skirt. That's a kilt.
Tomato, tomato.
Yeah, so those are the 4 races we're looking at here today. And next week, we will be having our toes in the sand. Probably get kicked out of Del Mar early before they even open the doors. I'll see us two standing there, and I'm like, oh, God, no, please, no, no, please leave.
I'm so glad we won't actually physically be at Del Mar next week, personally.
Yeah,
But
yeah. Is this one of the many things we got to plan for next year?
yeah, where's the Breeders' Cup next year? Has that been named yet or no?
I think it's also at Del Mar.
I'm surprised it's not in Atlanta. They're having everything in Atlanta coming up.
They don't have a racetrack in Atlanta.
I don't know. They can fit it into the Mercedes Dome or whatever somehow there. Everything else is getting put in there. Super Bowls, World Cups.
Yeah.
I forget what else. Did they get an Olympics at some point somewhere too coming forward again? I mean, it's everything is going to Atlanta.
Yeah. 2025 is in Del Mar.
Okay. Why? Because Belmont will still be closed?
They haven't had a Breeders' Cup in New York in about 15 years.
That's too cold, bro. Nobody wants to go to the Breeders' Cup in the cold.
But the one thing is with the Breeders' Cup in New York, they're very limited with how they can run the races because they can only run in the daylight.
Yeah.
Once the sun sets, the state law takes over, can't run the race.
Yes, and in November, the sun sets at 5:30 at night in New York.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But
Well, they
unlike
could start at 7 a.m.
yeah. Now with parks, you can run a race like they did the final race on Derby Day in total darkness.
Yes, but Parks does not care. That's why the turf course is full of holes and horses die constantly. They have no
Mm-hmm.
concern for the well-being and safety of the horses. I will go on record and say that. I know it's your home track and you
Yeah.
And you like going there, and Uncle Ernie resides there, but yeah, park should probably be shut down.
Yeah. I mean, as long as Stronach doesn't take it over, because Stronach closes tracks left and right.
What is Harrah's over there? Is that Trotters?
Yeah.
Okay. When do they run there?
They run from
So-
April to December.
Okay. So anytime I had ever been inside that place, the track was not in service, but I guess I was only there in like winter months.
Yeah. Yeah. April to December. Once in a while they have racing at night. They did last week or 2 weeks ago. But they do have lights there, but they usually don't run at night. It's kind of like the way that they do it at the fairgrounds, where they may have a special night card, but the light's there in case they run late.
Is Freehold Raceway officially closed yet?
End of the year.
End of the year. Okay. So are they going to go out with some kind of bang? Have you heard anything or?
I think what they're going to do is they are going to blow up the whole grandstand right on New Year's Eve. Happy New Year!
That would be cool. That would be crazy cool. I'm assuming that a shopping mall is going to be on there or condominiums.
Who
Or
knows?
have they not? Yeah.
Who knows?
Oh. And good.
We'll put it there with the likes of Atlantic City and Garden State.
Yeah, but Atlantic City was a cool track. I mean, it was older than dirt.
Yeah.
But I liked Atlantic City because they ran at night.
Yeah.
So it was Monmouth, and then you get in the car and you drive your hour down to AC, and you could pull an all-day track marathon back in the day.
Yeah. Or
And
or in the winter to around Memorial Day, you can have the potential of the then Philadelphia Park Garden State Park double.
They ran Garden State Park, it seemed like constantly, like it never closed.
Yeah, because they had a harness meet from Labor Day to Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that's right. That's right, because that's when Monmouth would fire up and AC would be open.
Yep.
And then harnesses would go to Meadowlands and Freehold, and all right. So what's going to happen? Can the Yankees come back, or are the Yankees toast?
I think the Yankees will make a series out of this. I wouldn't even be surprised if they win tonight.
I'm afraid they might get swept now. And Aaron Boone needs to lose his job.
Yeah. Yeah, my New York friends were saying that he needs to be fired.
Yeah, look, Joe Girardi took a team almost to the World Series, got cheated by the Astros, and then got fired for it.
Mm-hmm.
So Aaron Boone can get fired for screwing the World Series up. Name me 3 starting pitchers in the American League besides Garrett Cole that you would like to have in that situation last night with 80-something pitches.
I can't.
Yeah, you let him pitch to 150 pitches if that's what it takes. David Cohn used to do it. So what? The guy can't feel his right hand anymore. Doesn't make a difference. He would still be out there doing what he had to do. Yeah. Aaron Boone's horrible.
Yeah, and on my show on Monday, I'm going to talk about this article that Tony Clark, the MLB Players Association executive director, was saying that teams must change pitcher usage to reduce injuries.
Change it? Would change it how?
I don't know. I haven't read the article yet.
Oh.
I'm giving a preview for Monday.
Okay. All right.
When my buddy Mike's here and I got that echo again and all that stuff.
So next week, we're heading west.
Yep.
Any closing statements?
Yeah.
Don't say you
Be-
grew up in a middle class family where everybody where everyone was proud of their lawns. We've heard that already.
I didn't really have a lawn after 7 years old. But, we'll be at Del Mar this weekend. We'll have Chef Tom checking out all the food there, and hopefully I'll be giving you guys a bunch of winners this weekend. Next weekend.
Great thing about Rebed also on the way out here is that they just sent me, I have notifications on Rebet. Urgent message. I'm like, urgent message, what? It's Saturday. Don't forget to get all your college football bets in. So
Yeah, I got it too.
They'll remind you.
Yeah, I got it too.
Joe, have a good weekend, buddy.
You too.
Joe's back Monday night, 9 p.m. We'll see you all from Cali next week.
Yes, we will.
Adios.